So if you didn't know, at XpertVR, we mostly develop custom virtual reality simulations. So working with your organization, yourself, or your institution, we sit down, usually spending a month or two planning out what is needed in the simulation, then taking multiple months to develop the simulation, then helping you implement that simulation. We understand that this can be too long of a timeline for your needs, or sometimes can cost way too much with these simulations going upwards of $100,000 to develop. And there can be just a lot of constraints with developing something custom when you don't need something custom. So with that in mind, we have started to develop off-the-shelf SaaS-like products. So something that you can buy a license for with one click, or by just talking to somebody on our team to get licenses for your students or your trainees. So with this, we have started in the emergency services area, since we have a lot of experience here and lots of content experts that we could pull on to make sure everything was realistic to the real world and being taught in the ways that they should be taught. So we started with our police training simulations. So in these simulations, you can go to our site and check it out a little bit more, but we have our crime scene or forensic investigation simulation, where you're going into an apartment and there is evidence laying around the apartment, as well as red herrings for all kinds of different crimes. So you may be going in there and there was an assault, or maybe there was a break and enter, or there was a drug bust. And so you're going in there and collecting all the evidence that is needed for the case that you are putting together. Then we also have our traffic investigation simulation, where you're on a highway and there was a crash. Sometimes that crash was caused by weather or distracted driving, or there was construction happening in the area and that was somehow involved. So all kinds of different scenarios that you're being put into as you're entering these traffic scenes. And then third is our de-escalation simulation. And here you're going in as a police officer using your soft skills to de-escalate a situation. So maybe somebody's having a mental health crisis, or there's a couple fighting, or a mother and son are fighting. And how do you go into that scenario, and how do you diffuse and de-escalate the situation when you've been called into that scenario? So that's the first product that we've released and is now being used in multiple police foundations courses, as well as by some government departments. And then secondarily, we are getting ready to release our firefighting product. I can't talk too much about this, but it trains you on a wide range of firefighting skills, from how to equip certain equipment, how to deal with different materials and things that you may deal with in the firefighting space, as well as search and rescue skills for how do you go into a burning building and rescue victims. So very excited for the firefighting product to come out, excited that we now can offer the police product, and we are going to continue releasing these on a regular basis. So it's very easy to license a simulation for $100 on average per person, instead of the $100,000 that we used to have to charge for our custom simulations.